welcome to Freshly Served, the healthy vegan cooking show. I'm Heather, and today we're going to make some Cajun veggie burgers, which sounds pretty exciting to me. So what I'm starting with is buckwheat that has been toasted, which is called kasha. So you may see it in your grocery store as buckwheat, toasted buckwheat, kasha. The toasted buckwheat is a little bit of a brownish red color. They do also sell raw buckwheat at my grocery store, which is a pale beige color like most other grains, like a rice kind of color. The toasted buckwheat cooks super fast, so that's why I'm using it. It's also super sticky, which will be great to form into a veggie burger. So I've got 1 cup of buckwheat here and 2 cups of water with a pinch of salt. I'll put that on to boil, and it'll take about 10 minutes. Once the water gets boiling, about 10 minutes to cook. That's really fast. So while that's going on, I am going to take these carrots that I've washed and scrubbed and grate them, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but I'm gonna do it. Once I get going, it's not really that bad. But I don't know, I just dread it for some reason. The other bonus of grating is I eat the last little bit of carrot rather than cut my fingers up. Yes! Take that, carrots. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is chop up some parsley. Any excuse I can take to get fresh parsley in there, I take it, because parsley actually is loaded with nutrients. It may look innocent enough, but trust me, it can do some damage to any free radicals floating around in your body because it has a ton of antioxidants in there. So just chop that up. Buckwheat is starting to boil, starting to soften. Things are going well. Like I said, this stuff cooks really quickly. Because it was the toasted buckwheat, it smells really good. So I used a small pot, and I'm going to need to put this out into a bowl so that I have enough room to mix the rest of the goodness in there. Very sticky, this stuff, hence why we're using it to make a veggie burger, but it sticks to the bottom of the pot, so just get some water in there. You'll be all good to go. So here is the kasha up close and personal. It's quite beautiful, really. It's a triangular shaped grain, which a lot of it has just really turned to mush here, but some of them are still intact. Really what you're going for on this, because it's a veggie burger, is the mush factor. So what we'll do is stir in the carrots and the parsley. So we are going for some Cajun flavors here, and Cajun, they use a lot of seasoning. Okay, I'm going to start with the herbs. I've got some oregano, and whenever you use dried herbs, pinch it between your fingers to get the flavor out of them. I'm going to use some basil. And some thyme. Then we get into the spicy stuff. Okay, paprika. You want quite a bit of this, unless you don't actually want a Cajun flavored burger, in which case you can do whatever kinds of seasonings you want. I've got some ground mustard, and this is actually, I've taken mustard seeds, toasted them, and ground them so that I don't have to have too much ground mustard on hand because I don't use a lot of it. And some cayenne pepper. Now it sometimes seems ironic that people that live in hot climates like the really spicy food, but the reason is the spice makes you sweat, and sweat is your body's way of cooling itself off, right? So really when you think about it, it makes sense. So you might smell like paprika coming out of you when you sweat, but hey, you're cool, so who cares, right? Black pepper and some salt. Salt to bring the flavors together and help the carrots cook. So stir that together. Whew, I can smell it. The smell of the spices is coming up in the steam. Really make sure you stir this through well, because you don't want to have one chunk that doesn't have any flavor and then another chunk that's just like, ah! So I've got everything mixed together here, and you can see that it's really sticking nicely. The buckwheat has made things really nice and sticky. Now if you're frying, you just go ahead and make these into patties, heat up a pan, get a little bit of oil in the pan, cook them 5 minutes on each side. What I'm going to do is bake them, in which case you need to add a little bit of oil to the actual batter. And this is because things will, first of all, dry out, which won't make a nice texture, but they also will not have any flavor. So you need to add a little bit of oil, and that was about 2 teaspoons right there. This spoon holds 2 teaspoons. I think I need just a little bit more. Think of it as sunblock for your food. It needs protection from the hot oven. So at this point, you're just going to form this into patties, whatever shape you like. You could probably even use cookie cutters if you want to make them kind of exciting. And then put them, I would recommend using parchment on your baking sheet. I reused my parchment a few times, so it's already been used a little bit. Then you're going to pop these in the oven. Somewhere around 350 is good, and you just wait until they're a little bit crispy on the outside, which shouldn't take more than about 30 minutes. All right, here are my oven-baked Cajun veggie burgers. Looking nice and browned on the outside. They're ready to go. You can put those on a burger bun with your favorite fixins. What Phil and I usually do is put them over a salad, which is excellent as well. However you like them. You can find the recipe at healthyveganrecipes.net. I'm Heather, and this is Freshly Served.